those who seek the ministry, I think there's three things that people need. Number one, a love of people, because the work is grounded in relationship, and the people are the blessing and also the challenge of the work. So loving to be with people is critical. Number two is being willing to, number two is actually loving a challenge. Ministry is challenging. And so I think ministers need to be people who are not, who don't want to be bored, who are always ready for that next unexpected thing that comes their plate, and open to a process that's always encouraging your own growth and development, and being open to that. And number three is a strong spiritual life, and really making a commitment in your own life to put time in for prayer or meditation, but being committed to an awareness and a mindfulness and a growth of your own spiritual capacity, your own soul work.
I had been going to school and I was thinking about studying counseling, and I had also gotten really involved in my church. I'd been leading on the board. I was involved in just about every way you can be. And I had this kind of feeling of needing to do something big, or like I just wasn't quite on the right path yet. And I was on the way home from school one night and I was making a left turn onto my street, and it just became clear. It just hit me almost like somebody talking into my ear. You're going to be a minister. And I think I had been afraid to acknowledge that call or to say it out loud, because it seems like a gutsy thing to say. But once I wrestled with it a little bit and I did say it out loud, the doors kind of opened and I realized it was the right path, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
Part of it is love. I mean, I think that's the first and most fundamental thing is love for the people I serve in my congregation, love for the community, love for the world, love for myself. But anytime you love, you also get your heart broken. And I think that's part of what is entailed in a call to ministry too, is grief and loss and disappointment. And then finding some sort of meaning, some sort of sense of healing after you've had your heart broken. And to be able to heal from that, to find some meaning and be willing to love again. And I think anyone who can do that, I would call them a spiritually mature and grounded person. And I think that evolves into a call to ministry when you can then articulate those three experiences: love, heartache, and finding meaning in after your heart's been broken. When you can articulate that to other people and to name those experiences and help them move through each one of those stages. I think when you're able to feel like you have to do that with your life, that for me was when I felt I had a call to ministry.
When I decided to be a minister, I was actually on a whole other track. I was working in politics in Washington, D.C., and I actually had one of those epiphany call moments. Working on the Hill in sort of a stressful 60-hour-a-week congressional office was starting to not feel like the right thing, and one day I thought, what else could I do? And I thought I could be a minister. And it seemed to combine my interest in kind of working to make our larger world a better place, but also having a chance to really journey with people through the ups and downs of their lives and really listen to them. I found that I was doing pastoral care with constituents, even though I didn't know it was pastoral care at the time.
Entering this business at my age is in some ways it's daunting. But there's nothing else like it. There's just nothing else like this that I've ever experienced in my life. And I guess the thing to say to the question of, if you're in your mid-age and later, the single most important thing that I've discovered is that this is the only work I have ever done in my life where I get to use all of me.